Rewritten script. The bedside clock read 12:17 a.m., its faint red glow cutting through the dense silence of our bedroom. I lay frozen, eyes shut, my back to the door, every muscle coiled with tension. I hadn't moved in over an hour, locked in a mental loop of dread, watching one moment play over and over. Her car had pulled into the driveway 10 minutes earlier than she'd said she'd returned from the hospital. My heart had pounded then, and it hadn't stopped since. The mattress dipped under her weight as she slipped in beside me. What once was a familiar comfort now felt foreign, toxic. Her breathing, once a soothing lullaby of our nights, now grated on me like sandpaper across skin. I kept still, breathing shallow, muscles trembling. Grief and rage curdled in my throat. She adjusted under the covers, and then came a soft gasp, a sharp intake of breath that sliced the stillness. For a moment, the instinct to comfort her flared. But then I remembered the messages, the texts I was never meant to see, and all I felt was disgust. She'd found the letter. I turned, slowly, locking eyes with her across the moonlit sheets. Her face looked hollow, pale and stunned, clutching a single page like it might explode. Her lips quivered as she began to speak, but I'd already memorized every word of that letter. I'd poured my soul into it, not in anger, but in quiet devastation. It wasn't a rage piece, it was the funeral speech for our marriage. The hollow ache, the absence of warmth, the fracture in everything we'd once shared. The ending was simple, clear, final. I know about him, ally. Her eyes grew wide. Her voice cracked. How did you find out? She whispered. Does it matter? I said, cold and detached. I'd played the scene over in my head for weeks. Screams, chaos, raw emotion. But now, face to face with her broken expression, I felt nothing but silence. She didn't answer, just stared at the page like it held the key to reverse time. It's done, I said softly. I've known for weeks. The fake shifts, the secret calls, the perfume that wasn't yours. I paused. I'm not stupid, ally. It's over. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Her voice crumbled. Please, Steve, don't. I made a mistake. A mistake? I repeated, bitter. No, a mistake is forgetting milk. What you did was a choice. Repeated, intentional. And now, there's no going back. I stood, pulling on clothes, the weight of finality thick in the air. She looked small, shattered, but I couldn't find sympathy anymore. Where are you going? She asked, barely audible. To see someone. That was all. No names. No need. She knew. The drive blurred past me, high beams slicing through the fog of heartbreak. Each tame tightened the knot in my gut. I didn't even feel the steering wheel anymore, only the fury that burned beneath my skin. When he opened the door, barefoot, cocky, in a t-shirt and shorts, his smirk was the same one I'd seen in her photos. Arrogant, careless, younger, everything I wasn't. Can I help you? He asked, calm, clueless. Yeah, I said, voice like steel. I'm Ally's husband. His smugness vanished instantly. He moved to slam the door, but I caught it with my boot, shoved it open, stepped in. The fire I'd tried to douse for weeks erupted. You've been screwing my wife, I hissed. Do you know what you've destroyed? He stuttered, tried to lie. I didn't care. I grabbed him, fists curled into his collar. You thought you could take what wasn't yours. I growled. Did you think there wouldn't be consequences? Then everything went red. Words failed. Rage took over. My fists moved on their own. I didn't stop, not until he was curled on the ground, whimpering, bruised, bleeding. I didn't care. In that moment, it was justice. I walked away into the cool night, breath shaky, but I could finally breathe. But peace didn't follow, just a colder silence. The weeks afterward were a blur. Lawyers, paperwork, dividing lives. Ally moved out. Her apologies, empty. Her explanations, worthless. I couldn't hear her voice without remembering the sound of that letter in her hands, and the look on her face when the truth hit. In our small town, whispers spread fast. Her betrayal became the subject of gossip, sneeze, judgment. Her friends vanished. Her reputation collapsed. The life she built, torched. As for him, the town's golden boy, he became a walking shame. Fired, ostracized, alone. I was the man she broke, the man everyone pitied, admired, even. But inside, I was hollow. I did what I had to, went to work, paid bills, kept moving, but everything felt numb. She was gone, but the wound she left behind stayed raw. Even now, all these years later, I wonder when we lost each other, when the warmth died. But then I remember her face in that moonlight, the letter trembling in her hands. And I know, some betrayals go too deep. Some wounds never stop bleeding.